Delving into the realm of role-playing games, Skyrim presents itself as an RPG, yet upon closer scrutiny, a certain hollowness becomes evident. Stripping away the veneer of mod-induced enhancements reveals a game that, in its unaltered state, lacks the depth to sustain genuine interest. The touted choices within the game fall short of yielding significant impacts on the overarching narrative, challenging the notion that Skyrim delivers an immersive role-playing experience. Skyrim's central narrative, touted as the epicenter of its allure, disappoints with a lackluster, save the world from evil, trope that feels more like a narrative relic than an innovative cornerstone. The downloadable content, DLCs, further compounds this mediocrity, recycling the same tired formula without injecting any fresh narrative vigor. The main quest's failure to innovate becomes emblematic of larger issues within Skyrim's storytelling canvas. Its predictable character arcs and lack of moral ambiguity detract from the depth expected in a game of its caliber. The narrative's adherence to fantasy tropes without subversion robs it of originality, leaving players yearning for a more engaging epicenter to their Skyrim experience. The absence of substantial player impact is a critical flaw, as the choices made lack meaningful consequences. This lack of adaptability in the narrative diminishes the player's sense of agency, a key element in memorable role-playing experiences. Additionally, underwhelming pacing robs critical plot points of the emotional weight necessary for an epic storyline. In essence, Skyrim's main quest is a missed opportunity for a truly exceptional and innovative narrative. With only a superficial nod to fantasy conventions and a dearth of substantive storytelling elements, the central narrative fails to live up to the rich, immersive standards set by other standout titles in the genre. The result? A narrative experience that leaves players yearning for the depth and complexity found elsewhere. Transitioning to Skyrim's quests, the lifeblood of any reputable RPG, one is met with a rather underwhelming spectacle. An exemplar of this shortfall is The Book of Love, a quest that, regrettably, fails to rise above cringe-inducing levels. The writing on display here could be considered an affront to the intellect of a second grader, characterized by deadpan deliveries, a lack of emotional resonance, and quests that unfold as tedious errands. The stark contrast between Skyrim's quest design and the narrative finesse exhibited in The Witcher 3 becomes glaringly apparent, underscoring the game's shortcomings. Combat within Skyrim devolves into a wearisome routine, lacking the dynamism expected from a title of its stature. The absence of diverse enemy types transforms encounters into monotonous affairs, devoid of the engagement one would anticipate. Evasive maneuvers and stunning techniques are conspicuously absent, relegating shouts to mere variations of standard spells. The game's static nature and recurring gameplay loops contribute to an overarching sense of monotony, with the vast, seemingly open world offering little meaningful substance. An aspect necessitating consideration is the community surrounding Skyrim, one that, to a disconcerting degree, appears to revel in less savory engagements with the game's non-humanoid races. This disquieting predilection casts a shadow over the broader Skyrim community, introducing a layer of discomfort into the gaming experience. The presence of bugs within Skyrim transcends mere inconvenience, evolving into a saga of persistent frustration. Characters attaining immortality status and physics glitches catapulting players into unforeseen realms underscore Bethesda's lax approach to development. Ragdoll animations, meanwhile, evoke a cringe-worthy sentiment, exemplifying a lack of meticulous polish that could have easily been averted. Introducing Bethesda's paradigm shift, the monetization of mods. This departure from fostering community-driven creativity to commercializing modifications stands as a stark contradiction to the very player base that propelled Skyrim's longevity. Simultaneously, the game forfeits potential opportunities witnessed in contemporaneous titles, compounding its narrative and technical limitations. In summation, Skyrim proves to be a departure from the touted masterpiece status its enthusiasts proclaim. The reliance on mods to ameliorate inherent deficiencies, from the RPG veneer to uninspired quests and technical inadequacies, positions Skyrim as a testament to the dominance of hype over substantive content. As we part ways, I encourage exploration beyond the enchantment of Skyrim, embracing titles that offer genuine innovation and captivating narratives. Thank you for enduring this candid evaluation. Until our next discourse, remain discerning in your gaming pursuits.